sorry, I'm a little tired, man. It's been a long week. Today is February 3rd. It's 11:16 of Detective Lamont, and I'm here with your name?
Kim Jensen.
Kim Jensen. Okay. So obviously we spoke. Was it Monday? I think we spoke first. Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
Well, last week when we spoke.
Was it last week?
It?
No, I think
it was Monday night, and then you called me Tuesday to reschedule it today.
Okay, yeah. So essentially, I know we spoke to you a couple months back about Jared and Shanna, and you're one of the few people that we've been able to talk to that kind of really knew both of them. So we just kind of wanted to follow up with some things that we've kind of been looking at since then. Nothing too crazy. Just before we get into all that, you know, how have things been? How have things been since the interview?
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, should they have been different than
I'm just curious. I know, you know, this is kind of a shake-up, and, you know, I'm sure the church has been, you know,
yeah, little, there's a division.
Is there?
Well, it's just kind of the same. Like, if you were... I'm sure Shanna friends are going to tell you what they saw in Jared, and I'm sure Jared and Kirsten's friends are going to tell you, you know, that Shanna was horrible. And I don't think anyone who was originally, you know, Team Shanna or Team Jared has jumped ship through all of this. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but I mean, it's not like, honestly, in where I, you know, down here on Penman where I go, like, it's not like it's spoken about. You know what I mean? Whereas where they go, like, I have friends out where they are in the South, and I mean, it's like in the foyers, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, you know, this, that, and the other. But, you know, none of those people knew anyone but Jared and Kirsten.
Yeah. What are you hearing? Like, what are they saying? What kind of things are they saying?
Oh, they're just, you know, who do you think did it? Do you think it was Shanna? You know what I mean? It was just the little. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately.
But I mean, social media has like gone viral with all of this, you know, and I mean, I don't know.
It's definitely got a lot of attention.
It's gotten a lot of attention, and it's hard because it's one-sided attention, and it just seems. I understand Shanna's position in why she has chosen to stay quiet, and why, you know, like, she doesn't want people who knew him to say anything because she's all about protecting her kids.
She doesn't want them to talk ill of him?
No. The kids are trying to get over losing their father. If they need to hold on to some memory that makes him a good dad to help them heal, she does not want that washed.
How are they doing, do you know?
The kids?
Yeah.
They have their moments. You know, they're in therapy. She's doing all the right things with them. He seems to be doing much better than I would have expected. Had a hard time.
Yeah. I know when I met them, it seemed like she very put together.
Processes things differently. And she's able to compartmentalize things, whereas ADD, and he's a little more all over the place, and so his mind, you know what I mean, is all over the place.
Yeah, I noticed that when we talked to him. It was trying to keep him in a straight line
it's hard.
It was pretty difficult.
Yeah. But that's been him since he was little, like, you know what I mean? So, but I mean, overall, you know, they're doing well. Like, big, like, things, like, you know, like with the arrest or whatever, like, so like on Monday, you know what I mean, Fox News is chasing them all around the dentist, and then the kids, you know, it's like, oh,
this Monday?
This past Monday, whenever the press conference was on Wednesday. Okay. So on Monday, Rebecca Rosenberg was in her face when she came out of a dentist's office with the kids, you know what I mean, and then that reignites the fear with the kids, you know, but she's been really good about just trying to keep things normal for them. You know, but that really, those are the things. I mean, that's why they moved.
Yeah.
I mean, they were being followed. They were constant. You know what I mean? Like, there was no peace. You know, she's trying to get them over losing their dad, and you know, when you constantly have people following you, they're old enough to know. Yeah. They're scared.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a tough position for for the kids to be in.
Yeah, it is.
I hope everything works out for them.
I do too.
That was one of my biggest concerns, even you know, in London. It was pretty tough, especially the night I met her that night on the scene. It was I had just had a newborn, man, and I was just like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah.
But
Well, if there is an advantage between the two, Kirsten can protect the little ones from the media, whereas Shanna's are old enough that they go to school and kids talk and my mom said this, and you know what I mean, like whereas when you've got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, you can shield them from all the things. It makes it a little more advantageous in their emotional health.
Yeah. Have they been having trouble in school, the twins?
No, but I mean, nobody really knew anything in Washington until this past week.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean, but it quieted down a lot faster there than it ever would here.
Well, I mean, they're pretty, they're pretty separated.
Yeah.
It's about as far as you can get, probably.
Well, but I mean, she has to be on one coast or the other.
Yeah.
Because of his health condition, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And so I think for her parents, it was the best option to get her closer to family that could be there quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If there
How far is that from Utah?
I think it's like to drive. I think it's like maybe 9 hours.
So, I mean, it's not
9 or 12 hours,
yeah.
But I mean, I think it's only like an hour plane. It's like us going to New
be
York. Or, you know what I mean? Like it's quick to get on a plane. I think it's an hour and a half plane ride or whatever.
Well, that's good. That's good then. I mean, and having family close, I know it's kind of tough being, kind of separated from your family.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the things that we were looking at was, I know it was reported in the media, and we've talked to the family about it a little bit, and I don't know if you saw it or anything, but it was, Jared had some premonitions about, I guess, danger or whatever. Did you hear anything about that prior to?
Yeah, that came from his mom.
That came from his mom?
His mom said, she didn't say he had premonition about danger.
Mm-hmm.
She said he had a premonition that he wasn't going to live much longer.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't say that that was it. And that with that he paid off the house, the cars, like got everything in order, and she became the stay-at-home mom.
Kirsten?
Mm-hmm. Because originally, like I think she ended her job in December.
Mm-hmm.
Where, I mean, they both work from home, but I mean, he only barely started working at Microsoft, like, I want to say in like August maybe of last year. Like, he'd only been there like less than 6 months.
Yeah.
So, and then, but I mean, that was what she said, that he just, she called it a spiritual prompting, is what she called it.
Did she go into any detail about it or anything?
No, because she wasn't. I mean, I just kind of heard that, you know what I mean? She didn't. I mean, I know now it's being used in the media that, he feared for his life, but I don't know that I'd buy that. That just sounds like a convenient way to continue to,
keep pushing the gas.
Keep pushing the gas against Shanna.
Well, the media is their own monster.
Oh, they are. I mean, you see it just in, you know what I mean? Like, if they want to railroad somebody, they know how to do it.
Yeah. So you haven't heard anything other than just whispers around circles with what the mom said? No. Is the mom still in Germany? Is his mom still in Germany? They go here, right, to this church?
Well, they're like vagabonds. Like,
yeah.
Like they owned a home for years and years and years. And that's where I've been to baby showers there. You know what I mean? Like, that's where the family lived when eventually, I don't even know if they started there when they moved to Florida because they came from like the Midwest or somewhere out there. I don't know. Originally, before they came to Florida, and I'm talking about like when Jared was like 12. Like,
okay, so they were
they were somewhere else.
Okay.
And then when their family relocated here, the kids were, Jared was the youngest, and he was like 12, 13, I want to say, when they moved to Florida, or at least when they moved and became part of.
You said Jared was the youngest?
Jared.
I thought Adam was the youngest. Oh, Jared was, okay.
Jared is the
okay,
youngest.
I'm sorry.
But so for example, I don't know what their ages and kids, like, where they fall, like, in line, but, like, I never knew they had a daughter. Like, she didn't make she must have been the oldest or one of the old, I think maybe Justin is old. I don't know. I didn't know. I just knew him.
Yeah.
But anyway, but once Shanna and Jared got divorced, Jared got, like, $500,000 from the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
He got his half of the house they bought in Ponte Vedra. He then bought his parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
And then the parents went and were like house sitters, I guess you would say, for another couple who went on a 3-year mission to Africa. So they lived in their apartment. It was a doctor and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
They're on another mission in Africa for 3 more years. But anyway, they lived in their house, in their apartment. It was like in the marina, the Pablo Marina, those really nice apartments.
Mm-hmm.
They lived there, and then she got, after they came back, I really don't know where they went. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, they were still around, but I don't know where they went. And then she started picking up the contracts with the military.
The government, yeah.
And she ended up in Germany.
Okay. And then they've been there ever since.
Yeah, like they were back here a few months ago. He's got throat cancer or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard about that.
And then we thought they were done. Like once, you know what I mean? Like people just assumed that she would quit or whatever. But I mean, I think they just need money. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Is he still, I know, when I spoke to Mr. Bishop,
Scott Curry.
I'm sorry, yes, Bishop Curry, he said that Jared's dad was the governor. Is that how it works, of the area or something?
Oh no, he so like here you have individual. They're called wards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wards. Mm-hmm.
So you have wards, and so I think there's 9 wards that form a stake.
Okay.
He was the leadership of the stake. He was so where Scott is the bishop, where he's the top at the ward. There's a stake president, and then he has 2 counselors.
Okay.
And his father was one of those.
Is he still doing that, or is he out of that position?
Well, he lives in Germany, so I don't know.
Okay.
Where he lives.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was curious, because
Yeah.
I think when I spoke with Bishop Curry, he had said he was still in that position, but I was like, it kind of struck me odd, because I'm like, man, he's in Germany. That's got to be hard.
Yeah, no, he was released. He was released. I'm pretty. Now, when that all happened, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because he didn't initially go to Germany. He stayed here.
Okay.
He stayed here, and then they brought her mom, like his mother-in-law, and I think now she's in some kind of like facility in Orlando. But like he was here, and he would just go visit Joanne in Germany, because he did stay here and fulfill. You know what I mean? He had this thing in his head that he didn't want to be released from his calling. He wanted to go 5 years.
Oh, as the governor or
as part of, yeah. Titles were very important to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they very important to most people in the church? I have never really been involved in that kind of church.
Some people care. Some people want to aspire to become, leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just come and they're just happy to serve in whatever capacity they're asked, and they don't have any goals to become something more. It's like if it happens, great, and if not, you know what I mean? Yeah. But titles were very important. Titles were very important to Jared.
Uh-huh. So you think he was more like his father than his mother? Or?
Oh, 100%. His mother would tell you they were exactly the same.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. He's very controlling. Like, I know when they got divorced, Joanne would always come to me and ask me, how's Shanna? How's Shanna? How's Shanna? And I'm like, you can just text her.
Yeah.
She will respond to you. And she's like, I'm not allowed.
Because Jared wouldn't let her?
It's not allowed.
Yeah, I mean.
She's like, he's, and I'm like, what do you mean you're not allowed? You know what I mean? And she's like, oh, well, you know how Jared is. You know, he's very controlling, and, you know, and she's like, he's just like his father. I mean, that's what she said. Those were her words, not mine. I mean, I thought that, but I mean, it's interesting to hear her, that she recognizes that.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. You're going to be like...
You're going to be like one or the other. Yeah. And she's like the scatterbrained, you know what I mean? Like, she's the family joke, and it's sad. Mm-hmm. Like, they make fun of her to her face that really? She's, oh yeah.
What do they say?
Well, because like, so she's like a walking blunder. Like one time, Jared wanted to have a family FaceTime call, and they were going to announce, I want to say Kirsten's pregnancy, and Joanne accidentally went Facebook Live.
And so it went on
and
Facebook Live?
And everyone, it pops up, you know, oh, your contact, and everyone's just like watching this, and then when they realized what she had done, they're like, Mom, you know what I mean? Like, she's just like the joke. She's got a lot of technological issues, you know.
That would be quite awkward.
Yeah. But I mean, she's got lots of them. Like, I mean, it cost her a job one time.
Really?
Like, yeah, she used to be a counselor for the church. Mm-hmm. And when Shanna and Jared were married, and you know, there's HIPAA.
Yeah.
And she was doing a Zoom session with a child, an adolescent, who had come out.
Okay.
To her.
Yeah.
And she thought she had ended the session.
Oh no.
And Gaylord made some comment like, are you done with that faggot so you can come to bed?
Man.
And the kid like wanted to sue the church, and she was never allowed to be you know what I mean? Like, it was big. Like, there was litigation, and Shanna paid for it all. Like, it was bad. So I mean, she just makes big mistakes.
Yeah, that's
especially technological mistakes, and she gets harassed horribly for it.
Well, you know, I know, like, my parents aren't great with technology. They just stay away from it.
She should. Just pick up the good old phone.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best way. Well, even now, man, it's like,
yeah.
These phones are getting so crazy. It's like, I know we spoke earlier about, you know, back before cell phones were really a thing, but I'll tell you what, man, I almost wish we could go back to that, because being connected all the time is not, for me, it's not good. Mm-hmm. Okay, so with all that being said, so I know, you know, Jared and Shanna, and obviously we spoke about the arrest that happened last week. Just out of curiosity, have you ever known Jared to have any kind of association with Henry Tenon, who was arrested?
I never saw him till.
That was the first time you ever saw him?
Never saw him. Never didn't know nothing about him. He didn't even look like he knew him. Mm-hmm. Like, he looked very confused to me.
Yeah.
Like the next day or whatever, he just looked like he didn't even look like he was on the same planet. He just looked very confused to me.
Yeah. Did Shanna or Mario ever talk about him? I know he was a tenant for Mario's for quite a while.
No, not me. Mario didn't talk about much. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. He didn't even. He was very through their whole marriage. Like, his friends were his friends, and he didn't join the two. Mm-hmm. Like, he didn't. Because she would always talk about, you know, I mean, if you're going out with your friends or this, or, you know what I mean? I'll go. And he was like, no, those are my friends. You know what I mean? Like, he kept things very separate.
How did she feel about that?
At first, I think it hurt her feelings that she didn't want him. You know, it was mostly his military friends. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't really know how much dealings he had with, like, tenants. You know what I mean? Like, mm-hmm. I got nothing. Yeah. I know that I would hear once a month, oh, you know, he went and collected the rent. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's at the downtown house getting the rent, or he's at the, you know, White
So
Yard.
Mario would physically go to the houses and collect the rent?
I think so. At least sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a regular thing, but, like, I know I'd gone over one time and where is he? And she's like, oh, he went to get the rent or something, you know. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was just something I recall in passing, you know.
Yeah.
But, It was his military friend. She wanted to know the people that knew him, like before she knew him.
Yeah, I mean, that's natural.
And, you know, and she got to meet some of them, but not. It wasn't what you would have thought. You know what I mean? Like when I got married, my husband has friends. You know what I mean? Like I know who they are. We hang out. We have dinner. We whatever. And he just, you know, his military friends would breeze into town from time to time or whatever, and sometimes he'd let her come, and sometimes he wouldn't.
So, I mean, just out of curiosity, I'm assuming you're still in contact with Shanna.
Yeah.
Has she talked about this guy at all?
Mm-mm.
No.
No. My conversation with Shanna are harder because A, the time difference. B, you know, she's getting, you know, she's working, especially, you know, when the kids are in school, and then it's not like when she had her own thing and she could talk on the phone while she was doing her own cookies. Now, you know what I mean? She's actually somewhere else, and so, you know, it might be 5 minutes here, 15 minutes there, you know, on the way from dropping the kids to school. You know what I mean? And then once school's out, then she's got the kids, and so, you know.
Yeah.
So no, not a, you know.
So you haven't really been talking to her that much?
Our conversations are very limited in comparison to how much we were able to talk. Because, I mean, she's at the bakery at, you know, around the corner. I mean, I could just go over and, you know what I mean? We could sit and chat in the bakery while she was rolling out dough and doing all the things. It's just so different. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's tough losing a friend. I mean, that's...
Oh, it is. It is. And more of our conversations are about the kids than anything since she's been out there, because, you know, they've had to adjust and, you know what I mean? And so, but I mean, they've picked up, I mean, gymnastics out there, and so, you know what I mean? So, you know, she'll send me little videos of her, you know, little.
How's she doing with the gym? I know she was, I know when I talked to her before way back in the beginning of this, I guess she was still on like a practice team.
Yeah, now she's on, I think, like maybe like a middle tier team.
Yeah.
It's not the highest, but it's not the.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, she's really, she wants to be a gymnast. Like, she's working really hard at this.
She seemed like it really interested her.
Well, she's one of those, she's a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
So, if she can't do, you know, front handspring, she's doing it on the trampoline over and over and over and over again until she gets it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she's that kid.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
You need that if you're gonna
pursue any kind of sport.
If you're gonna excel.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
I got a few more questions. I don't want to get off topic too bad, but what is do you have any theories on why Mario's tenant would be involved in this with Jared at all? Seems weird.
I mean, all I know is what I saw on the press conference, which was not that informative. I really didn't know how involved. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what the connection. I don't even know what the connection is.
Hello.
This is my partner, Mick. I don't think you've met him before.
I don't know. I'm Kim.
I'm sorry I'm late.
No worries. I was early.
Real quick then, just the traffic, mixed with the rain and my bald tires. That's just not a good combination at all. Yeah. So, again.
Change those, you get a ticket for that, can't you?
I think so. I'm more likely to go off the road. That's what I'm more concerned about, you know?
Ticket for that, too.
So, I apologize for being late.
No worries.
I was just talking to her about some theories as to why Mario's tenant would be involved with Jared.
Okay.
And what was it that you said?
I said, all I know about this guy is that what I saw in the press conference, so I don't really have any theories. The only thing I can tell you is that people made the comment, once Shanna's sister said once, Jared was always involved in something shady, because he always wanted that get rich quick. He always wanted, it was money. Everything with Jared has, from what I know, everything was always about money. You know, you're getting divorced, you got a prenup. It's not a secret what you're going to get, but he wouldn't leave the house, stayed there through the whole divorce until he got his check, and then he moved out 24 hours later. Like, everything was about money with him. Everything. You know, oh, you want school designation? Oh, well, then tell the courts I don't have to pay child support. Like, everything was money with him. And he had the mindset that I shouldn't have to pay you anything because your family is wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Shanna was not wealthy. That's what frustrates me with the media, is that the story, like her trust was drained when they bought that house in Ponte Vedra.
Mm-hmm.
There was no more trust. It was gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But people don't know that. They think that she's just got like this endless supply coming in, you know, and it wasn't true.
I got you. So I guess with all that being said, I mean, by all rights, this guy had no money, so
Oh, yeah.
why would Jared? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of weird to me. Because really, at the end of the day, we're just trying to, connect all the dots, and, there is really no reason for Tenon to have any kind of dealings with Jared. And so that's what's kind of throwing everybody off a little bit, I think, you know what I mean?
Well, my assumption was that you guys probably had a list of everyone that had the truck that may or may not be involved. I never ever heard if it was a confirmed, or all I've seen is Kirsten stuff. Find the truck, find the truck, find the truck. I just assumed when he got popped for whatever he got popped for, what was it, speeding and pot or something, when he got arrested in August or whatever, that he was on the list, and then you find out he's Mario's tenant, and I figured those were how dots were connected. I really don't have any theories about Jared and this black guy. Like, I have no idea.
Has anybody been talking about it or anything? Has there been any kind of rumor mill or anything like that involving it?
The only rumor mill that I've heard is this guy doesn't even look like he knows what the heck's going on.
Who all saying that? Just out of curiosity. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but
Oh, just like, girls at church. They're like, just.
so they're skeptical that he has anything.
They're
to do
skeptical that he has anything to do with it.
Well, I mean,
maybe he does. I don't know. I'm sure you know more than I do. But I'm just saying, from the outside looking in, he looks very confused about the whole thing.
Well, I guess if they're skeptical, why, and what alternative theory would they have? Just if we're just gonna rabbit holes, like.
The guy's never done anything violent, from what, you know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
his rap sheet, I guess, or whatever's been published, I mean, it doesn't look like he's ever done anything violent. From my logical mind, if you're going to pick someone to help you do something, that wouldn't be my first choice. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? He doesn't have this air of confidence like, oh, I'll be your partner in crime, whoever his crime was with.
That's an interesting choice of words if you're going to pick somebody. Do you think that somebody picked somebody, or do you think this is...
Oh, no, I'm just
else?
like, just if I'm analyzing this, you know what I mean? Like, if this actually was, a hit on him, I don't know. I just think...
You'd pick somebody better than...
There would just be a little more thought would have gone into it. Not that I think like that, because I've never put a hit out on anybody.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm the girl that made curfew. Every time.
What has Shanna mentioned Henry and his connection at all? No.
No.
Huh. Is she just as confused about the whole thing, or?
Yeah, well, like I said, on the Monday before, they're, and they're like, oh, you want to comment on breaking the case? And she's like, she didn't even know what they were talking about. She had no freaking idea what they were talking about.
So when she found out, was she as equally as confused, or?
Yeah, she's like, she has no idea what's happening.
Okay. Do you know if she ever met him? I know, and the only reason I asked that is because I guess he was living in Mario's property for a while. Do you know if she ever had any?
I do not believe so, because I know that I don't know who, but I know that at least one of his tenants are smokers, and she's allergic to smoke.
I gotcha.
And so she
wouldn't even go over there.
But is it possible he could have dropped a rent check off or something?
At the house?
Yeah.
At 1511?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay. Hey, you haven't talked to Mario at all, have you?
No, I haven't even seen Mario since April or May.
When's the last time? Or April, May?
April, May. I think it was, I can't remember if I actually saw him in May. I think in April I may have seen him. The only other contact I've had with Mario is, I want to say, maybe around the fall sometime. He texted. No, he didn't text. He sent me a message. I don't remember if it was text or if it was like Instagram or something, but he sent me a message asking. We have a landscaping company.
Okay.
And he gave me the address of a property and wanted to know if we could, go by and take care of it, but it wasn't in our area. It was somewhere in Arlington. And my husband was like, we don't go there, tell him no.
Did he have another house or something?
Does he has two houses.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
He has the one near Sandalwood on Whitehorse. And I only know that because he called it the downtown house and the White Horse house. So those were the two. And I know the White Horse house.
Say it 3 times fast, yeah.
Yeah, right. I can't do it. I think that was formerly his parents' house before they moved to Peru. I think. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, which I could be.
Okay. So what was the property in Arlington? Was that?
I don't know. I might have it if you want it. I don't know. Let me see. I can look and see. I can't remember if it was text or Instagram because a lot of times he would just send me a message on that. We weren't texters. Mario. Only time I had texting chains with Mario was if he was coming to pick up the kids or I was going, you know what I mean? It was always about the kids.
Gotcha.
No, it wasn't that because that was one. So it must have been on Instagram. Long ago it was because I can't even get there.
When you say landscape, do you mean like just like mowing lawns, or do you do like do y'all what's the extent of the landscape business?
It's primarily just like maintenance, but I mean they do projects where, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Like redo someone's yard.
So would y'all go if say someone needed you to go in and like take out like. I know we have a lot of crepe myrtles down here, but was that something y'all would do? Is take all that out or trim it back and stuff like that, or
trimming? Yes, removal would depend on the size of it. We might refer you to a tree service.
I gotcha. Okay.
So,
but if it was something,
I can't. I don't think he's on. I don't think he's on Instagram. I don't have any. I can't.
Oh, it was through Instagram.
Because that was his typical way to message me was Instagram. But so I don't have the thing because I don't think he's on there anymore.
Did he get rid of his Instagram account?
Well, I can't find him, so I'm gonna go with yes. Not because he told me, but because he's not there.
Well, you haven't been keeping up with him, I guess, then, huh?
I don't care about him.
Why's that?
I mean, I didn't know.
I just noticed, like, there was a tone. Like, I didn't care about him. Like, I picked up on it, so just indulge me.
When he was good to Shanna, he was really, really good to Shanna. And, and then there are other times, he'd make her cry. And I just...
Really?
Yeah,
What do you do to make her cry?
He just gets in moods, and he had a couple bouts of infidelity. And so,
Who are we talking about, Mario?
Mario.
Okay.
So, and then...
How did she react to that?
She takes it personal. Like,
yeah.
What am I doing wrong that, you know what I mean, kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, I was her best friend, her sounding board, you know what I mean? Like, so, but I'm not the one that says, oh, you need to leave your husband. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, you know what your threshold is. What you can take might be more than what I can take, and you know what I mean? Like, I've got lots of friends that have gone through divorce, and I always say, you'll know what you need to do.
Yeah. Is the infidelity what pushed them to divorce or split up? I know they told us, I think in April, that they were getting a divorce.
Yeah, but that was just, they were getting divorced even before Jared was killed.
Mm-hmm. How far before, do you know?
It was on and off of, should we give this, they would put like, okay, 6 more months and we'll see how it goes, or, you know what I mean? Like, and she was going to therapy and she's doing all the work, and he never wanted to be married.
So why'd they get married?
because of the church, and because she was afraid that if she lived with him, that Jared would find some way in the court to consider her an unfit mother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's just a whore shacked up with, you know what I mean, this guy. And she always had this fear that he would, anything she didn't do that fall in line with the church, that he would find a way to spin it against her. And
if she was separated from the church, what did she care what the church thought?
She didn't care what the church thought. She cared what, because he took, you know, because she's left the church, like automatically that gave him carte blanche to diss her.
Within the church community.
Within the church community, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, you were either Team Sharon or Team Jared. You were one or the other.
Mm-hmm. So you think that Mario and her ultimately got married because it made things easier for her? I mean, you said they never wanted to be married, so I guess I'm just trying to figure out.
No, she did.
Yes, but he didn't.
She wanted to create something stable for those kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, for all intents and purposes, if there's one good thing that can never, you know, he tried to be everything for those kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He was on the floor playing Legos. Like, he was the hands-on in the beginning. He was the hands-on, you know. And then as they got older, you know, he wasn't as, I mean, he did, like, he took them, they would build things, they would put things together. Like, he's very tinker. He loves to build. If you let him use a tool, you know what I mean, you're the hero, because he loves tools. I mean, he's like all boy.
Yeah.
And he would go out there and do those kinds of things, you know, in the garage, and, you know, teach him this and teach him that, and that was a big deal. You know.
So ultimately, what is your impression? What do you think is the reason why Mario ultimately married Shanna? Because it was quick, right? Like 3 months. Oh
God, yeah. It was like, oh yeah.
That seemed like a pretty quick decision for someone who didn't want to get married.
Well, I don't think he wanted to marry anybody. You know what I mean? Like, commitment, I think, is a hard thing for him.
Yeah.
But then, so why go through with it on his part?
Why do it?
Yeah, like what's? I mean, you got 2 bouts of infidelity, so it wasn't like he was, you know, wanting to be with just one person. I mean, everyone has their own arrangements. I understand that, and like you said, your own thresholds for divorce and what you can deal with. But like, what's the reward for him? Why it takes 2, you know?
Right. She really wanted it, and I do think that he deeply cared for the children.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Whether or not, I don't know. I think, I don't know, because it's hard to understand Mario. You know what I mean? Mario beats to his own drum. Like, everything's shock value with him. You know what I mean? Like, you know, on Easter he would post the stupidest crap. You know what I mean? Just to get a rise out of people. He's like that guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's the guy that walks around and just says something just to see the reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there were benefits for him. You know what I mean? Like, her family's a good family. You know what I mean? Like, I mean.
So we just call it what it is, like financial benefits, or?
I don't know. I mean, I never asked him why he married her. You know what I mean? Like, anything I would say is just speculation. I mean, I really, you know, although I have told her, you know, she's just an open book. She's pretty transparent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To her demise.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, you should never lead. You know what I mean? Like, never lead with who you come from. You know what I mean? Like, how about I've got 4 sisters and great parents? You know what I mean? Like, don't tell them what your parents do. You know what I mean? Like, because when you do that, you never know, and I don't mean any disrespect, but you never know if the man is there for you or what your family has to offer. You know what I mean? Like,
again, the financial side, the money, right?
I mean, could be. You know what I mean? Although he never acted like he cared.
Okay.
About money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Whereas I can tell you that Jared was everything, like, that was his sole goal. Money, 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 money. Can't have enough.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't like that. I mean, this guy was like, you know, t-shirts, basketball shirts, you know what I mean? Shorts, you know what I mean? The dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, his life was the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And the military. His whole, it to me, it was always as if he still wanted to be in the military, but he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So those were the things. The military and that dog were his passions, if I had to pick 2 passions.
Gotcha.
So you think those were before Shanna and the kids?
and after.
Really?
I mean, he did spend a lot of time with kids. I mean, I can't dismiss that. But, I mean, I told you the first time, I think, I don't know, it was you or John's, one of them asked me if I blessed the marriage or I was happy, you know, or supportive, or I don't know what the word you were, maybe supportive. You know, I'm not supportive of anybody who wants to get married in 2 months. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know them.
Right, yeah.
There's much to know. You know what I mean? I mean, and I tried to be, and she was like, you know, we're just going to do it. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, she's like, and we'll just date. She goes, we're just going to do this backwards, and I'll date him after I marry him. And I was like, that is so jacked up. Like, that's where the phrase ass backwards come from.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but I couldn't, you know what I mean? Like, when you're the friend that's supposed to be the voice of reason, you can only be as reasonable as you can be. And, you know, it's kind of like my kids. I can tell you all the good things in the world, and then you have to find out when you do something stupid that, oh, maybe mom knew something.
I think we've all had that friend where it's like, listen, I'm telling you, this is a bad idea. And
oh, yeah.
Like, no, I hate you. And then 6 months later, they're coming to you crying. It was a bad idea.
Yeah.
You see the train coming off the tracks.
Well, no, it's like when they very first got divorced, you know what I mean? I'm like, you are giving him a gift on a silver platter. You know what I mean? You got your sleeve, you got your hair chopped off. You know what I mean? It's like everything he was saying about her that wasn't true looked like it was true.
You're talking about from when she got divorced from Jared?
Uh-huh. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, her thing was, I've left the church, I'm doing whatever the hell I want, I don't care. And that's great. Do whatever you want, but optics.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So
everything in moderation, I suppose, and just
But I mean, she got it out of her system, and like I said, everything was in a good place. You know what I mean? There was none of this. Everything was in a good place with Shanna, and I mean, they were never going to be friends. This was going to be those ones where we are just tumultuous when we have to be around each other. And it was more so on his part.
This is Jared and
her.
Oh,
yeah.
I wasn't sure if we were
talking
about
Mario. Like I said, Mario beats to a different drum. Like, Mario could walk away from somebody and never look back. My brother's the same way. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're still all friends with his ex-wife, and I mean, and I asked him one time, does that bother you? And he was like, oh, I don't have to mess with it. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, you can just...
I get that. I was the same way growing up, man. If it went, it went. I don't ever want to talk to you again. It's nothing personal. Just...
Yeah, that's just how some people roll, I guess. So...
I'm sorry I interrupted you, but you were saying that Jared and Shanna were kind of like in a not good place, but I guess a copacetic place, or what? Tell me about. Go on with that. I interrupted you, and I was rude. Sorry.
Well, I'm saying they weren't fighting over anything. But I mean, Jared was always throwing the match. You know what I mean? Like, so the big thing at that time, I think it started maybe around November or December. Be baptized.
This last November, December.
Yeah, around there. And so, like, I mean, he fully expected Shanna to say no. And you got to have, you know what I mean? Maybe one's in, one's out. Like, and Shanna was like, if that's what she wants. You know what I mean? Like, Shanna was all about whatever is best for the kids. That's always been probably the one thing that I've admired the most about her since I met her. You know, because, I mean, they went through hell, or she went through hell when born. You know what I mean? Like, with the whole, like, she just, and like, once she became a mom, it was like, this is my life.
Yeah, switch flipped.
Yeah, like, nothing else. Like, I can honestly say, like, she never said a bad word about Jared, ever, in front of the kids. Ever, never. She wouldn't do it. You know, would even say, my dad hates you. And she was like, I'm that's sad. That's sad. You know what I mean? Like, those were her kinds of responses.
Yeah.
You know? And it wasn't even like I was hearing it third person, like, I've been there, you know what I mean? And he would say, you know, do you know how much my dad hates my mom? And I'm like, you know, buddy, I'm like, maybe one day, you know, maybe one day he won't feel that way. You know? I mean, those are the kind of, that's just how, and she always believed that it never did the kid any good to know that the other parent hated them.
Yeah. Going back to the baptism, you said that Shanna supported it?
In her heart, she really wished that she would wait till she was older, but she wasn't going to tell her no. And so she said, that's fine. She said, the only thing I ask is that she take the lessons from the missionaries so that I know that she understands the commitment that she's making, because Shanna asked her a bunch of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because Shanna grew up in the church. It's not like she,
Yeah.
just because she doesn't go doesn't mean she doesn't know.
Knows.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's coming from a place of education.
She's got a lifelong
So when you say missionaries, you mean like the people that are out doing the
proselyting, trying to,
Okay.
spread the gospel.
Who normally teaches it?
Missionaries.
Oh,
That
okay.
is who teaches it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was confused by the way you said that. It sounded like maybe somebody else teaches it and then...
Well, I mean, typically, as parents in the church, I mean, you're teaching this in your home as well.
Mhm.
Not all kids go through missionary lessons.
Okay.
Unless the parents want them to, but if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, then
Yeah, yeah.
your kids know all the answers. And when they go see Scott Curry before they were to get baptized, and he would say, why do you want to be a member of the church? Or, he would ask them to make sure that they had the right answers, and not just, well, my mom said I'm 8, I should get baptized. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
it's one of those kind of things.
I gotcha.
So, but I mean, Shanna had bought her the dress for the baptism, like the whole shebang. And so, I mean, he thought that was going to be a fight, and I think he was taken aback when she didn't fight him on it.
Yeah. Was there any arguments, or I mean, that's probably a bad word, but was there any strife over where she would take the lessons, whether it be here in Jax Beach or St. Johns County or anything like that?
No, on Shanna's weeks, she set it up with the ones here, and on
Okay.
his weeks, he set it up with the ones there.
So they were
After he found out that Shanna was doing it here, he set it up there.
with Bishop Curry.
I think they were at
Okay.
Scott's house. Yeah, they were at his
Okay.
house. I hope you don't think I'm being disrespectful when I call him Scott, because I knew him before he was the
it's
bishop.
just-
Like, it's hard.
So I'll be honest, from the beginning of this thing, he's been referred to me as Bishop Curry.
Yeah.
So it's in my head. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
okay.
So I can't break it.
Well, he's my friend first, so that's why I call him Scott.
I always bounce back and forth between, like, I'll refer to Jason as Jason sometimes, and it's Lamont, and then whoever that third person I'm talking to, it's like, how many people are involved in this story?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
Yeah. But
So
anyway, it just occurred to me that you keep calling him that, and I'm just like,
right,
Yeah. That's how he was introduced to me. That's how he came up.
Yeah.
I think the only person that maybe didn't is his wife, Valerie. I think she's the only one that didn't
Called him
refer to
Scott.
as Bishop. Yeah, which that'd be kind of weird,
that
right?
would be weird.
Right, yeah.
That would be weird. But, yeah.
So y'all are pretty good friends with Valerie and Scott.
Well, we've known them a long time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I see them every week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How are they doing with all this? 'Cause I know they were. I think from what Shanna told me, they were fairly good friends. They would go over to their house.
Well, they
and
live
stuff.
really close.
Yeah.
They're
How
only
are
like
they
half a
dealing
mile
with-
apart, maybe.
How are they dealing with all the news of the arrest last week, and are they getting any kind of,
I don't think you know what I mean, like from a church perspective, they're not. I don't think they're getting anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was just more of a blow. Like, we just wanted it to be some random person that had nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you knew the second that it got put out that it was a tenant, everything goes like this again, and then you have to listen to all the haters, and you know what I mean, that have already decided this from day one, and you know what I mean. So it was just more of a letdown.
Mm-hmm.
Not that if he's actually the guy, then great, you know what I mean. But the fact that there's any connection, you know what I mean, like that was just kind of like a gut punch.
Made it tough.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and not
I
that
can
my
see it.
opinion of anything changes,
Mm-hmm.
but just I'm sad for her and the kids that
Yeah.
this is going to continue.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, optics are a big thing, and whether or not whatever, when it all shakes out, whatever it is, it's still, I think optics are tough to get away from, and I know, like specifically Valerie and Scott, being the head of that church and friends with Shanna, I was curious if it was causing any kind of that connection, whatever it is, was causing any kind of
No, I think
strife
it would
for
be
them.
different. It would be different if we were out where they are.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot more, there's a lot more chitter chatter out there.
About where? I'm sorry.
Out where Kirsten and
in that
Jared,
church.
in that
okay.
building.
I got you.
In that building, there
I
would be a
gotcha.
lot more chatter than here, because this ward here, like 90%, maybe 95%, don't even know who he is.
Don't know who Jared is?
Mm-mm. They would only know that he's Gaylord's son. But they don't know him. You know what I mean? Like, there's only a handful of people who have been here long enough to even know him.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So, I mean, so that's why it's quiet here, because nobody knows him.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, they
know the story.
This is a small community.
Small community. So I'm not saying they don't know the story, but I'm saying, like, and I'm sure they've heard that he used to be here, but, like, they don't know him.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, that's probably for the best anyway, is kind of insulate people from a lot of the drama that's happened within the church. You
can always seek it out. I
choose
not to. You know what I mean? Like, every once in a while I'll look at something here or there, but, like, it just pisses me off, so I stay away from it.
Well, it definitely can't be easy to see your friend associated with all this, you know?
No, not at all. Because, I mean, I know her.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that, you know what I mean? Like, like I said, those two little kids are her number one priority.
Yeah.
And always have been.
Yeah.
You know? She would lose in court. She would not go for something that her attorney wanted her to get if she didn't think that it would be of benefit to the kids.
Yeah.
Even if it would benefit her. If it wasn't good for the kids, or if it was something that the kids didn't want, she would just drop it. She would never pursue anything that she thought wasn't in the best interest of the kids.
Well, I mean, I get that. I can tell you right now, my kids are the most important thing to me in the world.
Yeah.
So I can definitely understand.
You know, and like what she's dealt with the kids since the murder, she wouldn't wish that on anybody.
It's tough.
You know what I mean? Like this has not been, oh yay, I've got the kids, sunshine and roses. It's just us three against the world. No.
Yeah.
This has been horrible. You know, absolutely horrible.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, in situations like this, I feel like it's not good for anybody involved. You know what I mean?
No.
Everybody's getting some angle of grief or negative attention, and unfortunately, it seems like the kids get impacted the most. You know, on both sides. So
they are the collateral damage in most things.
How are they doing? Just as a side note,
they're doing okay. They're doing okay. I told him they have their moments, but they're in counseling, and you know what I mean. They're doing. She's doing all the right things for them.
Good.
So, you know.
Cannot be easy.
No, not at
all. Just like you said something like the typical, you know, Shanna and Jared was expecting an argument about the baptism and everything like that, and you wouldn't wait for more, get baptized later. What's the typical age for a baptism?
Typical age is 8. Both parents have to agree. He never even asked. Like,
really?
At 8, the topic, because we were waiting, never came up. And then, but in typical Jared fashion, everything with him is manipulation. And so her little Sunday school teacher, it's called primary, her little primary teacher was like, this is what be telling Shanna, telling me. Do you know you're the only one in class that's not baptized? She was 10.
Really?
And so Shanna assumed that, and this is, like I said, it's just our assumption, put pressure on the kid from the teacher, not the dad, and then we can ignite this thing and then see if, you know, we can get mom to agree or whatever. So, but yeah, for 2 years he said nothing. Which was odd to me.
Well, I was about to say, that sounds strange to me, because from some of the ways that you've described him and some other people described him, it seems like he'd have no bones about creating that drama.
Like, we just kept waiting. Like, the kids turned 8, and it was like, she was like, you know what's coming next? And I'm like, oh, I know what's coming next. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right,
but, like, and it was like, then it was like they turned 9, and it was like, why hasn't this come next? Like, what is the deal here? Why isn't he pushing this? Why isn't he asking? Why isn't he telling than asking? But yeah, that was a big stumper. Like, why, when they turned 8, that wasn't a thing.
When was she set to be baptized?
There was no set. They were originally talking about doing it in the summer of last year.
Okay.
They were going to do it in the summer of last year, and of course it wasn't going to be local. He was going to have them do it at Adam's wife, Carly, at her parents' property in Pennsylvania, I think. Because several, like, I think all of Carleen Adams' kids may have gotten baptized there or something. Like, it had some significance to their family, but...
I thought they lived in Utah.
They do. But her parents live in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So they were going to... So apparently it was going to be there, and something about doing it on her birthday, and Shanna was like, well, if you're going to do it in Pennsylvania, the water's still going to be pretty... It was going to be outside. She was like, it's going to be pretty cold. You know what I mean? You might need to wait till the summer. And then she was like, yeah, well, my dad said that you can't come.
I bet that was,
How would that go over, yeah?
She's like, do you want me there? Well, yeah. And she's like, well, you know, I mean, we can talk to your dad, and, you know, I can stand in the back and then leave straight away. I don't have to stay for the little, you know, luncheon or party or whatever afterwards. But they never got that far. It was just, this was, you know what I mean? Like, he never told her what they were thinking, ever.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the first time we heard about the baptism and all being in Pennsylvania.
Well, and maybe it wasn't going to be.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't shock me that he didn't want it here, because he never wanted Shanna.
Yeah.
You know, they like a little talk in primary, and like he lost his mind because Shanna and Mario showed up to church to hear the talk. Like,
what did he do?
He just, that jaw.
You
know what I mean? Like,
sense,
well, but I can't explain it to you. He could not be in the same room as Shanna comfortably. When there was teacher conferences, they had to be separate, 2 different times. Doctor's appointments, one was there, the other was on FaceTime. If he was on FaceTime, it was audio only, because he didn't want Shanna to be able to see inside his house or his children.
That's weird.
First time she ever saw his kids was when they went over to the house, like the week he was killed.
Yeah, brought the cookies.
Brought the treats or whatever. Yeah, it was just weird.
Was there we may have asked this first time, but since you brought it up, it kind of spurred in my head. Was there, other than him being angry, did you hear of any other issues or anything about that day when she read at primary, and Abby read? Was there any other issues between the two of them that day?
Oh no, there was no communication.
Okay.
He wasn't able to hide his anger well, and I think he told the kids that he was angry that she was there.
Yeah.
Like that's my space, and you just invaded my space, kind of a thing, you know.
So they didn't know they were going to be there. They just showed up.
I don't remember if she told him or not.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I feel bad sometimes because I'm asking people about things that, I mean, it's been over a year, you know. It's just like,
yeah.
I know that was a really long time ago.
Yeah. I don't know. She may or may not have.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's not important. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Is she still on track to get baptized this summer?
She said she wanted to wait.
Okay.
And I know that she goes to, when Grandma and Grandpa are in town, she goes to church with them. The church is just right up the street from where Shanna lives. And Shanna's like, you know, if you want to go, I'll take you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Shanna, like I said, she is 100% supportive of anything good for the kids. And I don't know if they've ever gone without Grandma and Grandpa there. If they have, I don't remember her telling me that, and I feel like she would have.
Yeah.
But with the gymnastics, some of that stuff is like weekends, and so church is out of the equation when you're at a gymnastics meet, or you know what I mean, whatever.
Sports make things hectic.
Yeah. And so, but I do know, like we were on FaceTime once since they moved, and I think she asked me some church question. I can't remember what it was, and I think she said she wanted to wait. We were talking about it, and she said she was going to wait because she wanted to learn some more stuff
about the church. Well, it's a very mature statement.
Well, that's always been Shanna's thing with the baptism is, if you get baptized, that means whether you're at Dad's house or my house, we're going to church. Like, you made this commitment, and we're going to do that. And she was like, you know, but you don't like to go to church. And Shanna was like, but I like to do things that are for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, I mean, she could always sit with me. You know what I mean? Like, when they would come, they came every week, and you know what I mean? We all sat together. And
who came every week? Shanna and Maria?
Shanna, no. No, not Mario.
You beat me to the question.
No.
Threw me off.
Mario made it very clear.
I'm pretty sure that one's not.
I think he's an atheist. I'm pretty sure he's an atheist.
Yeah.
He doesn't, because he told her, he was like, if you keep Kim around, and you keep, he's like, pretty soon she's going to pull you back and just know I'm not going to church. You know what I mean? And she was like,
told her that?
He told her he wouldn't go to church.
Well,
he said he'd go into things for the kids. You know what I mean? He would go to events. But I'm not going to be a weekly churchgoer.
He told her that you were going to drag her back into church?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of a weird statement, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's because she talks to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was the BFF. You know what I mean? And he was
Right.
like, he didn't think missionaries could knock on the door and get her to go, but he thought if I asked her to go, Shanna had a hard time saying no to me. And I think that was his fears, that if I needed something, she would drop anything for me.
Was he against it? Or was he just like, I don't want to be involved in
He's
it?
like, you can do whatever you want to do, but just so we're clear,
Yeah.
I'm not going to church.
Yeah.
Unless it was an event for the kids, and then he would be there.
Yeah.
And he was. I mean, if they had a thing, he would go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I would say things like, walls didn't even fall down. You're in here.
Yeah.
So.
How do you take the joke?
Oh.
It's-
He can take them.
Okay.
He can give and take pretty good. when you're like him and shock value is your favorite thing, you can take it.
You can dish and take.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't want to be repetitive. I don't know what I missed.
Yeah, I gotcha. I don't have too much more. Just maybe one more question. I don't want to take your whole day from you. I know you got things to do. But it is interesting getting a very different perspective on everything, because I feel like you're probably the best source of perspective that we've been able to get. With everything that we've talked about, I know we talked about Mario and Shanna and Mario's tenant Henry and Jared. Do you think that it's possible that Mario had Tenon do this? Is it even a possibility?
I don't see what the benefit would be.
Mm-hmm.
And Mario's a very selfish person.
Mm-hmm.
Mario doesn't do much that doesn't benefit him.
I gotcha.
I just don't see where the benefit
Mm-hmm.
would be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's from everything with Mario has a benefit. So why did he marry Shanna? Was it the financial? He never told me that, but that was a benefit. Do you know what I mean? Like
Right.
I don't. He just seems like that. Like he's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't see the benefit, and I've spun out about it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've thought it through in my head, and I'm like, what does he gain?
Mm-hmm.
What does he gain by doing this? Because all it has done is blown up Shanna's life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, she would much rather be squabbling between emails than what she's dealing with. There's no benefit to this.
Yeah. I agree, and I have run it through my head as well. What have you come up with other than that? Like, I know you said you were running it through your head.
Well, I mean,
What
I just
are
try to
the
think of
kinda-
things, you know what I mean? Like I told you, like I just try to look at all the pieces that are out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't listen to her noise
Mm-hmm.
because she unnerves me.
Mm-hmm.
And she this whole thing with her has just been, Shanna did it. You know what I mean? She's been saying that since what, a month after?
Mm-hmm.
It's all been, you know what I mean? How the acrimonious and this and that. You only know what he told you. Do you know what I mean? Like, anyway, I can't figure out the Henry guy. That one, like, that was not what I was expecting. Well, I mean, when I saw him, like, yeah, I mean, you kind of look like a criminal, but like, he just didn't look smart enough to pull this off to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If this was not some rando, which it appears that it wasn't random to some degree with the pieces that are out there, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. In my head, I don't know what I expected it to be, but I didn't expect it to be that.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. You said it doesn't appear to be random, and then we have these logical connections that are being made. So just, what is your heart telling you?
I don't know. I mean, in my logical mind, I think if Mario did this, you'd have called one of your military sniper buddies, and it'd have been quick, easy, and nobody would have known the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinks militaristically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? So, like, this guy that I saw, like, that's just, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it's almost like a really bad optic coincidence, because I just don't see.
What is your heart telling you?
What is my heart telling
Yeah.
me? My heart's telling me that I know that with the news and the media and everything that, you know, it looks like, you know, there's got to be a connection because Mario's tenant, but at the same time, I don't see what it benefited him.
Mm-hmm.
And even from what I know, like, of him as a person, which is not near what I know of Shanna, you know what I mean? He was always just, like, in the background. Like, we were acquaintances. Shanna and I were best friends.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like if he was responsible for this, he would have chosen differently. That guy did not exude a lot of confidence in me that this was Mario's plan.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact I still can't come up with the benefit.
Mm-hmm.
How does this benefit Mario?
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's where my head goes. Is
well, we still don't understand the benefit of marrying Shanna. You know.
I mean, I do think he liked her.
Yeah.
And I do think he even grew. I mean, I think he loved her. I mean, I heard him say, you know, love you, babe. You know what I mean? That was, you know what I mean? But, like, he just, I don't know. There's some guys you think, oh, you know, you'd be a great husband. You're the marrying kind.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other ones you think, you'd be better single.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you don't have to follow the rules. You'd be better single. You know what I mean? And when you got a wandering zipper, to me, you should be better single.
I think that's the best way I've ever heard that.
Yeah. That's,
I've never heard
hold
that
on.
before.
Give me one moment.
Wandering.
That's
the first.
All right. Now, do you mind if I quote you on that one
Right.
later on down the road when I make that joke at a bar or something? You know, like.
Feel free.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I think that was the thing. My biggest question was, you know, he just. I feel like for him, you know what I mean? Like, because if he didn't have a military background,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Because, I mean, you always think, everyone's seen American Sniper. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
surely you got that friend that's a sniper. You know what I mean? Right? I don't know. I've never been in the military. I got a brother who was,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I just think if you were in the military, like, there's way better ways, you know.
Well, I mean, I think
not to
that's-
make myself sound like a criminal, because I
I
really
think that's
haven't.
assuming that there's a lot of criminals in the military, which.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying sometimes
But
they
you're also
get.
asking a sniper who, yes, they have the ability,
Well, yeah, but would
the
they?
skill set.
And would they do that for
Exactly.
you? What are you going to do for me if I do that? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that's my
Exactly, like you said, like there's the give and the take.
right, and that's my thing. What does that give Mario?
Mm-hmm.
You were getting divorced before this. What does him gone? He was going to be gone from your life if you're not in hers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the benefit?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't make anything. You know what I mean? Like, this didn't make anything better. This made everything worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I can see that. Well, you know, we're still digging into it, so
Yeah.
we're gonna keep digging into it. Do you have any other questions?
Just for clarification, you had mentioned earlier about you don't listen to her noise because it unnerves you. Who's her?
Kirsten.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Like-
sure if you were talking about Shanna or.
No, just Kirsten just bothers me. Like, it's just from the day one.
Day one of the murder?
The
Or-
morning after.
The morning after.
You know, it has been, she told Shanna, whatever you do, don't talk to the media, don't talk to the press, don't say his name in the press.
Mm-hmm.
Shanna said, okay.
Yeah.
Shanna was silent. And I feel like she took those next several weeks to create this narrative of all the bad things that he told her about Shanna. I mean, I think she was in his phone at one point. I know she was in his phone at one point as the picture Voldemort.
I'm sorry.
Okay? That's how he had Shanna. That's how Jared had Shanna in his phone, as Voldemort.
I apologize. I'm gonna need a little reference.
Harry Potter? Come on, bro.
The one thing.
Alright, we'll talk later.
Okay.
It's just a scary guy. You know what I mean?
Okay,
He's,
all right.
you know, it's like a monster kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's what her picture was, because the kids would say, Mom, when we FaceTime you, there's a monster. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the girl in between the two of them said it was Voldemort, and that's how he had her picture. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I just feel like, I don't know. My analytical mind says you are trying way too hard to push everything to Shanna and not even let anyone connect dots themselves with actual information that we have.
Right.
That bothers me.
Fortunately, we don't.
I know.
We don't do our job off of what the media or people say. We take a very. I know I've dedicated my last year of my life to this case, and you know we don't listen to outside noise. So we go where the facts are.
Well, I'm grateful for that, because if you were listening to social media, the case had been closed in April.
Right now, I quit with social media years ago. I can't even. It's just it's a waste of my time. But
I'll date myself. I graduated from college before Facebook was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So. Never had one, never will. And once you don't take that first hit of social media, it's pretty easy to stay off of it entirely, you know?
The only reason I had any social media accounts was because I wanted to know who my kids' friends were. Because you can learn a lot of things. Because kids are stupid, and I learn more things from your friends than I do from you sometimes.
You're right.
So you know what I mean. And I'm the cool mom. Everyone comes to my house, or you know, back in the day, they'd come to my house, and so. You know.
It's funny you say that, just because, again, don't do social media and everything, but like we do a carpool for school, and I was picking up these other kids in the neighborhood, and I thought I was going to kind of mess with my one-on-one time with my kid, you know, like I wasn't going to get that me and him talking, but then having that other person in the car,
you learned a lot of things,
would elicit more conversation than the good, fine.
Okay.
All right.
My kid drives me crazy. I'm like, what'd you do today? Nothing.
Yeah.
And then my wife will be like, you gotta like, and she'll start, and he'll start, and I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, I just tell me how your damn day was.
Yeah. I've learned, like, you got to do the open-ended questions. You can't do the define. You got to be like, what'd you do at recess today?
Yeah,
you know,
that's
it's
what
like,
she does with them, and it gets
what was your favorite part of the day?
Yeah. What was your least favorite part of the day?
Yeah.
I wish I had your life. That
Yeah, right.
was your day. Oh my God, I would take that in a heartbeat. You know.
Exactly.
So.
But.
Oh man. Let me think here. Let's see.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I've been helping out a little bit, you know, with the whole homicide investigation. You know, it's like I don't know everything.
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, because
somebody's still out there.
Right. Yeah. So I'm just trying to help out when I can. And of course, it doesn't help that I show up late to the interview.
No, you're fine. I showed up early.
I apologize.
I told you, I showed up early.
Yeah,
like, I told him, I was like, I have a 10:30, and I was like, but, you know, I'll come after. And then, you know.
So do you work with a landscaping company also?
Oh, no, I just have labs to be drawn.
Oh, okay.
I was just running to the doctor to get labs, that was all.
Oh, all right. So everything all right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Routine.
Good. You know, I should probably go to the doctor at some point.
Yeah, me too.
I'm always like, next month.
Yeah.
Once you go once, that's all you'll do.
Really?
My husband's so pissed. I'm going to go for the first time in, like, our marriage. And he was like, you know, because his ankle was hurting. And he's like, well, 10 appointments and a surgery later, you know?
Yeah.
It's constant, you know what I mean? He's like, if you never go, then they don't keep bringing you back in.
True. Very true.
So I guess you could kind of do in any interview, regardless, whether I've been in from the beginning or wherever I picked up. Just I always end it with like, tell me your thoughts on where, you know, depending on who the person is, how do you think things are, where, you know, if you have any other input or anything else you can add, like, Go ahead.
I really told you all I got. I mean, I just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of watching this as it unfolds like the rest of the world, but I try to keep mine to press conferences and things like that, you know. I really don't have any other thoughts other than what I've shared, you know.
Well, hopefully this will all be over soon for the kids, and they can kind of start moving on and
hopefully
get it all straightened out.
I'm sorry, I cut you off. I'm being rude, but you said one of the tenants was a smoker. Which one was that?
I don't know. I just know she said one of them was a smoker, so she avoided.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I just okay. No, if you don't know, you don't know. No problem.
And I don't even know if that's current. You know what I mean? Like, he's had that house the whole time they were married. I don't know how much turnover there is in the tenancy. I have no idea.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
And I learned that probably at the beginning of her marriage. So unless, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, you know, because that was a thing.
Yeah.
That was a thing that, you know what I mean? Like, any friend that he had that smoked was not allowed to come inside the house because she was that allergic.
I get that.
Oh yeah, no, it's disgusting. I can't.
Yeah, but like, she would react to it on your clothes. You didn't have to be smoking. Like, she reacted if it was on your clothes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember that specifically, that somebody there smoked.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that okay. I mean, you don't know. You don't know. I can't think.
So I feel like I'm only helpful to a point.
Well, you're more helpful than anything. Like I was saying earlier, it's difficult finding someone who knows, you know, before, during, after, kind of both sides, you know, and that's difficult.
Well, like I said, you would have had a whole slew of people if there wasn't such transiency and move-ins, move-out. You know what I mean? Like, there used to be the whole building knew who that family was, especially when that family attended. Like, you'd have, you know what I mean? But at this point in time, people come and go, and you know what I mean, who they keep in contact with and who they don't.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough. So, I mean, it's been, and we may, if you don't mind, I may call you in the future just to sit down again and see what, you know, where things are, if you don't mind. Because I think a lot of times, you know, it's nice to kind of keep that grounded perspective, you know what I mean, in terms of, like, you know, we get all this information in, right, and then we try and make sense of it, and it's like, okay, well, this person's telling me this about this person's telling me this about this person, where does it make sense and where does it fall in? And you know, sometimes I think it's best to sit down with somebody that knows this person and run those things against that person and see, okay, you know, what are we getting and how do we make sense of it? So
you've known, I mean, I feel like you're in an interesting spot, because I think one thing Lamont said was you've known Jared for a long time, right?
I think he was like 12 or 13 when his family moved here.
Oh wow, okay. From,
I think it was the Midwest.
Okay.
Somewhere there. I don't know exactly. Somewhere.
How old was he when he died? I don't know. I should, but I don't.
Was he 30?
He came into the investigation a little late.
Yeah.
33?
33.
Maybe? Was that what it said? I don't know.
I always make that mistake assuming everybody's the same age as me, and I can't do that anymore.
I think he was 33, I think. Because I think there's 2 years between him and Shanna, and she's 35.
Oh, okay.
I think. Maybe.
So yeah, 20 years.
I need to look. I need to go back and look. It's
think
been so long since I looked at that stuff.
Pretty sure she's 30. I know she's 35, and I think. Well, yeah, because you see it all over the news. 33-year-old father of 4. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
She's 35, so she's older than him.
She's older than him.
That's interesting. Normally it's the other way around.
I normally do see it the other way around. Yeah.
So you got like 20 years of history with Jared, and
well,
what was he like as a kid? Just, you know, like.
They asked me that the first time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He was an ass.
Okay. Like
he came in about 6 months ago, so he missed our first interview.
Yeah. Well, I think John's asked me how was he as a kid, and I said he was an ass. He was the guy that broke all the girls' hearts, and you know what I mean. Like, he would date them, and then he was just so mean and just You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like why anyone would date him if you knew someone that dated him before was always baffling to me. Like if you heard the story of how, you know, this girl's been crying for 3 months for whatever you did to her, and you know what I mean? And then...
I mean, he didn't have a wandering zipper, did he?
I have no idea.
Gotcha. I'm sorry, I just wanted to use your turn, your phrase.
Yeah, no.
You know?
But you know, I mean, you don't know people sometimes. I would doubt it.
Gotcha. Okay.
What
so
I
was he just rude or?
He's very controlling.
Okay.
He's a narcissist.
All right.
Which is so funny to me because that's what they've painted Shanna in the news to be, as a narcissist, and it makes me laugh. I'm like, no, she marries narcissists. she isn't one. She marries them.
Yeah.
Successfully.
She attracts them.
Yeah, like,
interesting you say that. So you would describe Mario as a narcissist as well?
Yeah, in a different way.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
He's in a different way.
Like which way?
Like some narcissists, like, I don't know, like for Jared. So like, we walked in the door one time, me and Shanna, into her house, and like there's a box of hair dye sitting on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Just sitting there. And I'm like, did you forget to do something? And she's like, I didn't get that. And then when I left, well, I just put that there because I thought you'd look so much better if your hair was that color. Like, do you know what I mean? You know, when they were splitting, you know, his things were more like,
Excuse me.
when they were splitting up, it was, she would call me on a Sunday and make sure I was going because she was going to sit with me, especially because they were just trading off, even under the same roof with the kids every couple days.
Yeah.
And she would say, are you going to be there? Yes. And she'd just put me on mute and she'd turn the phone over.
Yeah.
Or I put me on mute.
Right.
She'd turn the phone upside down and he'd come in. What are you doing? Getting ready for church. My church? You know no one wants you there. They all think you're a whore. You know what I mean? Like things like that's the Jared I know. This one that the news is talking about, that everybody loved him, he's handyman negri in the neighborhood. He couldn't do crap. He couldn't fix anything when he's married to her. Nothing.
Yeah.
Now he's like building garden boxes and doing all the things. I don't know, maybe he watches YouTube. I don't know.
Right.
I'm just saying. What I see and what I knew,
Right.
not same. Although I do believe he had to have some form of an evolution between Shanna and then Emily, and then, I mean, you lost 2 in a row, and then the new wife, like, something had to change, and
Right.
his image was very, very important to him.
Gotcha.
Whereas Mario, I don't really think he cares about his image. Or, because if you did, you wouldn't post half the stupid crap he used to post. You know what I mean? You're going to post some anti-God thing on Easter, like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I don't think he cares what you think.
Mm-hmm.
But he just, I don't know. He's just different. I feel like he's, I mean, I know he's a narcissist.
He's different than Mario.
Mario's
Okay.
different. Mario is different than Jared. I don't think Jared cheated on Shanna. I know Shanna didn't cheat on Jared.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? All the nights he accused her of being gone, she was on my couch. So, you know what I mean? So those are the things that I wish that the public could see the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't want the kids to grow up and read things.
So what was this probably no real bearing or anything, but I know there was the one news company went and interviewed her trainer. What was the deal with that? What was the backstory of all that? And
that was not her trainer, for starters. Which is so comical because, you know, the same news company said that her trainer was Mario. She didn't even meet Mario until years after she divorced Jared. And they alluded, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, Mario was her trainer at Crawford. No, it's all stupid. It's all stupid. Like, nothing that he said married up with what actually was. Because she ended up dating the guy after they were divorced.
Was it that guy?
Not the guy that was talking.
Who was that guy? Did she ever even know him?
Anonymity. The guy that she was her trainer.
Mm-hmm.
He was 2-time, and he was, you know, he was the flirt at the Y, and he had a girlfriend out of town, and he was telling her that Shanna was a stalker, and really, you know, he's telling her all the things, you know, you need to leave that guy or whatever, you know what I mean? So I don't believe that whoever they talked to, which their name never came out, it wasn't the trainer. It wasn't.
So you
him.
think that guy was just trying to create
He saw the reward, is what I think. You asked me what my thoughts are. That's
Yeah,
what I thought.
yeah,
He
yeah.
saw the reward and thought, oh, well, I'll say, you know what I mean? And I can't tell you that she didn't know other people that went out. You know what I mean? They would go out and she would socialize or whatever, but like,
Yeah.
my analytical mind says, okay, by your own admission, we were out drinking, 8 years ago, and I remember her saying, I wish someone could shut him up. Okay. In the heat of everyone separate, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my sister's going through an awful divorce now too, and she's like, my life will never be peace till he's dead. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean she's going to put a hit out on him. You know what I mean? I think every angry, bitter divorce, you say things that are not necessarily you mean.
Yeah, no.
And if this would have happened 8 years ago, I might have had more thoughts. But you know what I mean? Like, you're halfway through your sentence of, you know what I mean, sharing.
Yeah.
Like, why now? Things were even right now. Things were even keeled between the two of them. So like, doesn't make sense.
Gotcha. So, there was a question I wanted to ask, something you said, and I'm just trying to replay it in my head. Mario's a different type of narcissist. Jared was. I mean, did you warn Shanna about Jared's attitude with the women he dated, or?
I didn't know Shanna
Oh,
until
you didn't
after
know
she
Shanna,
married
okay.
him. She married him. He left, went to Utah.
Gotcha.
They only dated through text.
Oh, really?
She visited Florida one time.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get introduced to her, and then he went out there, and then a couple weeks later they got married. Like it was another. I mean, it was like history repeated itself. That was my thing. It was like, you didn't know him either, and look, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, what is your deal with not knowing men before you marry them? But it was a quick one. Like, I guess on paper they were back and forth with text, but like physical contact dating, I don't know, 2 weeks. But I mean, she was set up by Carly.
Mm-hmm. Is it normal? Is that like a normal?
In the church?
Yeah.
What's
Like,
normal,
real
like
quick.
our courtship thing? Like, if you could say there was a normal or average.
Because I've heard like multiple things, so
I think it really depends on your parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ain't no kid of mine would be marrying somebody after 2 months because
Yes.
I'd lose my crap on you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? If I'm paying
Yeah.
for this wedding, we're gonna know somebody.
Yeah.
All of us are gonna know somebody.
Mhm.
I completely get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But a lot of kids, they'll go out to BYU and, you get out there in January and, by April, you're become, that's usually the joke.
Yeah.
Are they going to hold out? Are they going to be engaged by the end of the semester? You know what I mean? Like, it's not uncommon, but one of the things that I will say is, like, in the church, and I don't know if it works this way in all churches, but, in the LDS church, like, Mormons are known for being honest and trusting, and they say more Mormons are in the CIA than any other religion of people, because they're known for their honesty and this and that and the other. And so I think a lot of times girls, and maybe even guys, think that if you've got the resume of you're a member of the church and you know what I mean, you checked all the boxes, then this would be great. We have the same core value, belief system, whatever, and I do believe that it is easier when, it's like a Catholic, and I got a friend that's Catholic and a Jew.
Mm-hmm.
They're married, they make it work, but it'd be a lot easier if they were both the same.
Yeah,
Right.
You know what I mean? Because your kids, what are you? Are you mom or your dad?
In combination.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're encouraged to marry within the church because it does make things easier, especially for the kids. You know what I mean? You don't have to go to mass in one day, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I would say it's not unusual,
Mm-hmm.
but the more time that passes, people are seeing that, marriages are breaking apart left, right, and center, no matter what your faith is.
Right.
And even in the church, they used to hold this standard where, if you're married in the church, you know what I mean? Like, we had this statistic that, the families stayed together longer. That's not true anymore.
Right.
And I think as this generation is...
These are more just a sign of the times, really.
Right.
Yeah.
And these kids are much more wise. You know what I mean? Like, too many people ask too many questions now, which is not a bad thing. That's a good thing for me. You know what I mean? Like if you're not asking questions, you're not stretching, you're not growing. Don't just believe something. Go find the answer. You know what I mean? Like, don't just believe what someone tells you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if we haven't learned that in the past few years,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Just don't take something at face value because your governor said it or the president said it or whatever. Like, you need to do your homework a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I think that's what's happened. I think this generation isn't just satisfied with, well, this is how mom did it and grandma did it and great grandma did it. You know what I mean? And so today I don't think that is as prevalent as it was, 15 years ago, 14 years ago when Shanna got married the first time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because we're not that far removed. Like, it's just funny how quickly things have changed,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I think
that's it.
Yeah.
Is there anything, you got any questions or anything like that? I like to ask people that.
Can I ask you what your thoughts are?
Nice try.
You asked.
Yeah.
I was honest.
My thoughts are that I will stay open-minded and we'll look at everything that comes in.
All right.
But other than that question, do you have any questions?
I don't.
Okay. Did I give you a card the last time we spoke?
Probably.
If I didn't, here's another card. You can call me anytime or email me anytime.
Okay.
That phone number goes to all of my my devices, so
Okay.
I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. Something comes up, something pops in your mind, or I know it sounds like you're a lot like me and running things through your head. So if something pops in there that maybe makes sense to some questions that we were asking in here today, just feel free to give us a call.
Yeah.
And other than that, I think I'm good.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just
hope I didn't take too much of your time. I know.
No, it's okay.
I think yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, I know. I'm racking my brain. I don't want to keep you here any longer than you've already been really gracious to meet with us. I just, I guess I'm good.
Going thrice.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm sorry. Do you mind if I do think of something else? Again, because
No.
when you're late to the party, whether today or through the whole thing, it's just, sometimes you need a fresh set of eyes, and that's kind of why I'm here. And I'll try not to be overly repetitive, but if I would like to ask you some questions later on, would you mind if I did that?
Like, just call me?
Yeah, just call you or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
I mean,
unless you just really enjoy hanging out in this room with that alligator.
Yeah, this is our
yeah.
He's our buddy.
Is he?
Yeah, he's been here.
He don't
through
help
it
much.
all,
He
man.
doesn't. He's not very talkative.
He's heard a lot of things.
I bet he has. If he could talk.
Right.
Hours and hours and hours of communication. But he doesn't complain. So.
Yeah. Probably doesn't eat much.
No, he a little bit of greens every now and then.
That's good. That's good.
All right. Well, I will walk you out.
All right. Well, it's nice to meet you.
You also. Take care, and again, thank you. And apologize for being late.
Again, I was early.